In the heart of the quaint town of Elderville stood the Old Oak Library, a grand structure with towering shelves lined with dusty tomes and the musty scent of parchment. Locals whispered of the library's ghost, a spectral figure said to wander the aisles, guiding lost souls to forgotten knowledge. Most dismissed these tales as mere folklore, but Eleanor, the library's dedicated librarian, had always felt there was truth to the stories. Eleanor was a passionate reader with an insatiable curiosity. She had worked at the library for over a decade, tending to its vast collection and cherishing the quiet moments spent among the books. Yet, there was something peculiar about the library that she couldn't shake. A sense that she was not entirely alone. One stormy evening, as rain pattered against the windows and thunder rumbled in the distance, Eleanor stayed late to organise a donation of old books. The library was empty, save for the flickering glow of her desk lamp. As she sorted through the musty volumes, she felt a chill in the air, and the hair on the back of her neck stood on end. Suddenly, a soft whisper echoed through the aisles. "Help me!" It was a faint voice, almost drowned out by the sound of the storm. Eleanor's heart raced, but her curiosity pulled her toward the source of the sound. Determined to uncover the mystery, Eleanor began her search. She spent the next few days researching Margaret Thorne, discovering that she was a talented author who had lived in Elderville over a century ago. Margaret's works had been celebrated in her time, but after her untimely death, her books faded into obscurity and her name was all but forgotten. As Eleanor delved deeper, she unearthed an old diary belonging to Margaret, hidden in the library's archives. The entries were filled with passion and longing, revealing that Margaret had poured her heart into her writing, hoping to leave a legacy. Yet, she felt unrecognised, her works overshadowed by her contemporaries. That night, Eleanor returned to the library, the diary clutched in her hands. She sat at the table where the book had opened, and as she read aloud from the diary, the atmosphere shifted. The air grew warm. "Thank you for remembering me," Margaret whispered, her voice like the rustle of pages. "I have lingered here, yearning for my story to be told." Eleanor felt a wave of empathy wash over her. "I'll help you, Margaret. I'll share your works and bring your name back to life." On the night of the grand unveiling, a sense of anticipation filled the air. Eleanor stood before the crowd, holding Margaret's diary, ready to share her story. As she spoke, she felt a gentle breeze, as if Margaret herself was there, watching over her. The ghostly figure smiled from the shadows, finally at peace. When the last word was spoken and the applause faded, Eleanor felt a warmth enveloping her. And in that moment, she understood. The library was no longer just a place of books, but a sanctuary of stories, where the past and present intertwined. As the ghost of Margaret Thorne faded into the ether, she left behind a legacy reborn, a reminder that every story deserves to be told, and every voice deserves to be heard. And from that day forward, the Old Oak Library was not just a repository of forgotten tales, but a vibrant home for the living and the spirits who guided them.